country with only negative headlines, a country that had only desert and ruins. Many people abroad think that Lebanon is always in a state of conflict or war, and that Lebanon is always very unsafe everywhere, and that all the time. And that's why I would like to talk to Raffi today. Raffi is a close protection officer from Lebanon, so he can give us insights directly from Lebanon, from Beirut. So Raffi, would you like to introduce yourself a little bit?
Of course, Inga. It's great seeing you again. Thank you for this opportunity. And my name's Raffi. I'm Armenian. I grew up in Beirut. I was born here. Uh, I was born in an Armenian family. My family escaped the horrors of the Ottoman Empire, and after the Armenian genocide, they fled to Beirut. So I was raised here. We've been like 100 years here since the 1920s, since the days of the French Mandate of Lebanon. And my grandparents and my parents, they are all Armenian. And I was raised in a strict Armenian family. Uh, so my upbringing has strong cultural values, patriotism, and resilience, and military blood runs deep in the family. I have my great uncle. He's the brother of my grandmother. He was in the French Foreign Legion, and all my uncles and my father as well, God rest his soul. He was protecting the Armenian neighborhood in the 1970s during the civil war of Lebanon. So we are naturally born soldiers in the family. And as Armenians, we are warrior people. Like being a soldier for us is more important than our civilian professions. That's our cultural background, and that's our way of life. As an Armenian, you have to be a soldier first, and then you will choose your civilian profession. That's how it
Okay.
works. So I served in the Lebanese army. Like I joined up when I was 18. I served in the Lebanese Marines, and after a while, I got out and I did some security work, and I served in the Armenian army as well. And during that time of 2020, I served in the Armenian army. I volunteered uh, and stayed about like 7 months in Armenia, approximately, and I returned to Beirut. So before returning to Beirut, my friend, who is an American citizen, he lives in Lebanon. Right now, maybe he's traveling abroad or something. Maybe he could be in Latin America. But my friend, he encouraged me to come to Lebanon. I was living in Armenia and do some security work because my background, like having combat experience, having a strong military background, he told me I can do some serious security work and get paid really well. So he convinced me to come to Lebanon. So I came in around 2021, uh, around May 2021. Uh, I did some security work for a local company, and I worked as a CPO. But before doing CPO work, I did some courses with the European Security Academy, who has a representative in Lebanon. So the European Security Academy is a Polish company. They provide security training, PSD, close protection training, and everything a CPO or a professional soldier needs to train themselves, to better themselves. The European Security Academy provides all the necessary training for individuals uh, who are willing to better themselves at this profession. So I like the idea of the security industry. It was my first time in the security industry. You know, the military is something else, and the security industry is entirely different. It's two different professions. You cannot mix them together. They cannot coexist. So having a military background helps you a lot in the security industry because you already have the necessary character and the soldier mindset to execute commands. But the thing is, as a close protection officer, it's not your role to engage the enemy. You know, as a military person, as a soldier in a squad or a unit or a battalion, uh, you are commanded or you get the command to attack a certain position or to take over a certain position. As a close protection officer, it's your duty to protect the VIP and not engage. So you have to be vigilant, you have to be alert 24/7, you have to watch the news, you have to be very creative just to get out of the situation. You need to monitor the areas you're going, to take safe routes, to execute your plans, your moves, everything, you know. And being a close protection officer in Lebanon has taught me a lot. Being a multicultural person, you know, as an Armenian and as a Lebanese person who happens to, as an Armenian that grew up in Lebanon, I have like two cultures inside me, so I can coexist with both. And sometimes I had some cultural differences and the cultural, I'm not going to say like disputes, but misunderstandings, because, you know, Armenian mentality is different than the Lebanese one. So I had to adapt to the Lebanese people. And being a westernized person, you know, being a westernized person has presented some serious challenges for me in Lebanon, especially because everything I do is in English, you know, and sometimes you have to adapt. You have to adapt to the local customs and to the local way of thinking. You cannot always be a westernized person in Lebanon. I'm not saying that westernization is not good for Lebanon. That's not what I'm implying. I'm just saying that being a westernized person like me and living in Lebanon, sometimes you have to adapt to the local culture to because you know CPOs in Europe, they are trained at a certain level, and especially American ones or anywhere in the world, you have to adapt to the country. You have to adapt to the local customs, to the people, to understand them. Uh, Maybe in Germany, I've heard that in Germany, CPOs don't carry weapons.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, in Europe,
Yeah.
CPOs don't carry weapons. In Lebanon, CPOs have to carry weapons. A pistol, for example. The standard operational thing for a CPO is to carry a pistol loaded with a mag and two extra mags, right? It is at its gun belt.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's what. So that's the
Yeah.
thing. You have to adapt. So here, being a CPO in Lebanon, it's very. The thing is, you wake up, things could change in 5 minutes. You can sleep, you can wake up. It's all a different day. So during the wartime, in 2024, last year, sometimes it was very hard. Like you have to keep the VIP safe. Some people we escorted them to the airport. Some people we escorted them to the port to leave by a boat to Cyprus. You know, so it was a really challenging phase, and we had to adapt. So you have to be extra careful. You have to watch the news because Lebanon is unpredictable. It's peaceful one day, and the second could be like a totally different day. But but despite all these things that happened to Lebanon, the Lebanese people are the friendliest and the warmest people I have ever met, and I love them so much. They are very friendly, very welcoming, very. You don't have to know anyone in Lebanon. You can literally just walk any street you want in Lebanon. If you need anything, like 10 or 20 people will come to help you. Yeah, like
Yeah.
the Lebanese people are so warm, you know. I remember that time when I had some friends come over from France. I was like, we were going out together to get some food and drinks. We were uh, at a place that I didn't know. Okay, I've been living in Lebanon like 10 years plus, maybe, and no, I think 20. So we were at a strange area I haven't been before, and we were lost. So we had to ask people, and they directed us. They gave us food. They gave us water. They were very friendly, and the thing is, they were like from different sects. Lebanon is a sectarian country. We have 18 sects here: Christians, Alawites, Sunnis, Shiites, and Druze. So Lebanon is comprised of 18 sects. So every sect usually has their own area. Like southern Lebanon is known to have Shiite people. The northern part is more Sunni, and Christians, of course, coexist with each other. Beirut and Mount Lebanon is usually Christian and Shia. In the western Beirut area is Shiite populated. The area where the bombings were carried out, and we uh, we heard everything, and it was very terrifying for us because this is not a regular war. This is bombs being dropped on you. You don't know when it's gonna get dropped. You don't know when you're gonna get killed. If you're gonna stay alive, it was very unpredictable for us. It was a very difficult time for us all as Lebanese because the refugees that were escaping from the war zone, they were coming to our areas, and as Lebanese people, we must help our Lebanese fellow citizens. It's not like we hate them or anything. We have to provide help because you don't know. Maybe something happens in our area. We have to go to their area. So Lebanese people, they love each other despite all the differences, despite all the political tension, despite all the political disputes. Lebanese people have coexisted with each other for like hundreds of years. Druze, Alawites, uh, Maronites. Druze and Maronites are the oldest sects that are living in Lebanon since since the days of Fakhr ad-Din al-Mani. This this was the Prince of Lebanon, like 500 years ago, I think. Yeah, a little history.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds very interesting. I think you already touched a lot of topics which are very interesting. I think you already summed up very good in the beginning the difference between the private security industry and the military, because you said exactly, I 100% agree that it's two different occupations. You can't say just because I've been in the military, I will be the perfect private close protection officer. I really like that you summed that up directly in the beginning, just to get some misunderstandings out from the CP industry and the military industry. And yeah, I also just can underline what you said about Lebanese people. I've not been to Lebanon yet, but I met or I worked with Lebanese people in Saudi Arabia, and they have been so warm and welcoming, and they said, hey, come to Lebanon and we invite you, just book your flight, we do everything else.
yeah,
That was really, really nice. So I really want to go to Lebanon one day, because like you already said, if all of the people are like this, that must be a very friendly and welcoming country then. And yeah, you also touched some of the intercultural differences that you had that always come with challenges. But you also said that it's not, or how I understood it, it's not dangerous in Lebanon in general. But of course, if bombs are flying, then you need to help each other out. And how I understood it, it's also just district-wise, right? So if there's an attack, it's just on one district, because I think it was on an airport or something, so that district was bombed, but everywhere else was safe where the people could go, right?
Yes, Inga. The thing about the war was last year's war was directed to a certain group, of course, but as a nation, as Lebanese people, we were all affected by this war, economically, uh, psychologically. A lot of people were afraid. A lot of people were very traumatized by the experience. You know, you're just literally in your car going to work. Suddenly you hear a bomb go off. It's very terrifying. And I'm really sorry about all the innocent souls that were killed in this war. A lot of children died. A lot of babies, newborn babies. It was very, very it's a difficult phase for us all as Lebanese people. And as a person who has seen war and who has experienced war firsthand, I have seen three wars in my life. The first war was 2006, July War. I was 14 years old. That was the first war I had been exposed to. We were kids then, but I remember it perfectly. It was not like this one. I was a kid. I heard the bombs and I heard everything, but I was a kid. I wasn't very awake, or I didn't know what was going on. My parents were comforting me all the time. It was not like this one. This war, I was like 32 years old, you know? It's different when you're mature and experiencing something. So this one, uh, it was very difficult. I was working. I was trying to provide for my family. I was trying to think of a way of escaping. It's not easy to escape Lebanon, even if you want to, because the airport and our brave Lebanese pilots, they are so brave. They are so brave. I respect them all. The bravest pilots are from Lebanon, and the bravest soldiers are from Lebanon. They are so brave. I assure you, they protected their fellow citizens, even the Lebanese army. The Lebanese army were so kind and brave. They escorted citizens out. They uh, they managed everything. They helped the affected, the refugees, even the NGOs. Everyone contributed to the refugees. Everyone took their uh, everyone took their skills to the refugees, and as a Lebanese nation, I think the war brought them together during the times of difficulty, even during the times of war. People stay close to each other, you know, because it's serious times. It's very like it's not a joke. War is ugly. It's not something I wish on anyone in this world because war affects humans in a bad way. I wish Lebanon and its neighbors come to a diplomatic solution rather than war, because war doesn't solve anything. It makes it worse. And as a nation, as a Lebanese nation that has experienced war like for uh, longer than I have lived, I think from the days of the Crusades, they have not seen peace in this region. Maybe like 20 years peace, 20 followed by 20 years war. It's something the Lebanese people are in desperate need of. Lebanese people don't want war. They want peace. They want to live their lives in peace. They want to work. They want to make good money. They want to be a prosperous nation. Lebanese people are very kind, very warm, very friendly. So the thing about Lebanon, it's a very beautiful country, Inga. You have to see it with your own eyes.
Yeah.
I'm in love with this country. I cannot leave this country. I cannot leave it. I went to live uh, outside of this country a few times. I went to Europe. I went to Spain, France, Greece, you name it. I've been to Germany. I've been to Italy. You know, I've been to Armenia. Uh, but Lebanon is different. It's it has like something on a personal level, sentimental value for me. You know, I cannot live without the Lebanese people, despite all the difficulties, despite all the things that have happened. I love them with all my heart. I cannot live without them. You know, I consider every Lebanese person living in Lebanon as my brother and sister. And despite all the things that have happened, uh, I don't take it on a personal level. I understand they are going through difficult times and it's very stressful. And they are very hard workers, Inga. They are very hard workers. Lebanese people are hard workers. They are honorable people. They work with their own hands. They work and they provide for their families. Uh, the mindset, it's a little different from the West. It's, Lebanese people are a little bit more conservative than the West. The West are, this whole open minded thing. Lebanese people are open minded, but to a certain degree. But this has helped them to survive in ways like to keep their culture, to keep their identity, and to have their own opinion in the world, because everyone is being westernized these days, and we're seeing cultural decline. Everyone is going like. As for me, uh, I'm gonna talk about myself. I'm very westernized compared to other people in Lebanon, because since I was a kid, I went to an American school. My friends were foreigners. I was exposed to a different culture. I was exposed to a different society. So I had some friends from my own race. I had some friends from Lebanon, but they were too few. Most of my time was spent with foreigners. So this is why I'm westernized, and this is why I consider myself different than the Lebanese people. I'm not saying that I'm better than them. I'm just implying the fact that I am a westernized person, a very westernized person compared to the regular average Lebanese guy. That's how I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's difficult to judge because yeah, I'm from the West and other people are from the East and we're very different. But I think it's not fair to judge and say people who are Westernized are better or people who are more conservative are better. I think it's just two different ways of living. And like you're saying, it works in Lebanon. There are very many different tribes, many different people coming together, and they can live together. Even though you say it's challenging, but I
Yes.
think that's very, very interesting what you're saying, that it actually does work and that people stick together, even, or maybe especially if there's a terrifying war, that people don't do individualized stuff and say, no, I'm for myself and my family and these other people, that you say that you work together, that you stick together, even though you have different cultures. And yeah, that's what I find very, very fascinating about Lebanon, because I agree what I see in the West, that it's more like me, myself, and I. That's the part of westernization which I don't really like, which I don't really agree with. Yeah, but I think it was very interesting that you gave us a little sneak peek of Lebanon. I could talk to you all day about it because it's just fascinating, very interesting. But I think one day I need to go and see it with my own eyes.
Oh,
So I hope to visit you one day in Beirut.
you're more than
And yeah,
welcome.
thank you very much to giving me and the listeners an insight about Lebanon. And maybe is it possible to contact you if someone says I come to Lebanon, I need security services, or I just need some help to get around? Is there a way to contact you maybe?
Yes, of course. I have friends who own security companies in Lebanon. We could arrange a security team for them. We could arrange an interpretation service for them if they want private security, a bodyguard, or simply a driver to drive them around town, show them around. We have all the things they need, and we have the best of the best with us on the team. We have a team comprised of two squads, I think two squads approximately. They are all veterans. They have all served in the special forces units. We have people who have graduated from international academies. They are highly credited in this field of work. We have people who are experts at counterterrorism and security, and literally we have the best of the best. And we provide services like airport pickups and CPOs, and of course residence security. You know, we can arrange something for you guys if you have friends coming over from Europe to Lebanon. They can contact me. We can arrange something for them.
That sounds great. Then I will link your LinkedIn profile in the bio, so or in the show notes, that people know how to contact you, know who you are. And yeah, thank you very much. And I talk to you soon and see you
Of
next
course.
time.
Thank you, Inga.
Bye
It was a
bye.
pleasure. Bye bye. Have a nice day.
You too.
Danke schön.